When it comes to the characters we see on screen, everyone likes to see themselves represented. More groups of people will be represented as time moves forward, with race, sexuality, and disabilities being just some categories of representation that have seen strides in the past few years. In that downtime of looking for more representation, a lot of folks these days turn to headcanons, claiming a character as a representative for a certain group, even if unintended by the creators. It's less official, more I see traits representative of this group within this character, potentially even proof within the media that the character is in to support my theory. I wanted to go through some characters that I often see headcanoned as LGBTQIA+, and the proof that I can find to support these headcanons. There are some characters that I plan to do a more in-depth explanation and exploration of in the future, so this is by no means a complete or exhaustive list of characters I headcanon as LGBTQIA+. Also, no, it's not that serious. This is all for fun, so let's dive in with Elsa from Frozen. Since the release of Frozen in 2013, it has been widely debated as to whether the Snow Queen was aro, ace, or lesbian. I see this debate and say,
¿Por qué no las dos?
The lack of a love interest in the movie has led to a lot of speculation that Elsa may not experience attraction, or that she is attracted to girls without Disney saying anything like that, because, it's Disney. They don't do gay. It's totally something that I agree with, that this Snow Queen with an attitude gives off aro, ace, lesbian vibes. Other than the lack of a relationship, seeing through the insta-love her sister Anna fell into, and not really having any interest in the suitors that come to the castle, it's more of an absence of interest than a solid show for this headcanon. Let's keep with animated movies for this next one. Merida, Brave. This fiery redhead is quite clear in her lack of interest for suitors. She is quite squarely in the aromantic camp, and also some do argue for the asexual camp too. I'll just be sticking with the aromantic representation, however. From the start, Merida is quite disinterested in finding a suitor. She is much more interested in being on her own, a strong archer. She competes in the archery competition to win her own hand in marriage, an aromantic power move if I ever did see one. She cares for her family despite arguing with them quite frequently within the film. She cares about them quite a lot. Again, pretty aromantic of her. Jessica Rabbit. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? This character is famous for being,
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
She's also infamous for not having sex. Wait, did I hear that right? Sexily, scantily clad, animated character not being a walking sexual character? Well, that's what the asexual community says, and it's fairly well backed by the movie. Yes, it's a kid's film, but it isn't afraid to imply sexual scenes when initially investigating Jessica Rabbit's role in the film. Despite initial thoughts and implications, Jessica is only seen playing patty cake and other very ace-coded let's do anything other than sex activities. It's easy to see why this rabbit is viewed by the asexual community as an icon. This isn't to say that some aces don't have sex, but with this patty cake is cheating mentality, it's easy to see why she is viewed as asexual. Dr. Doof and Schmerz. Phineas and Ferb. Once again, this hasn't been explicitly confirmed in the show, but it is pretty clear in the show. A big part of this headcanon is due to the flashbacks of Dr. Doof's childhood. He laments having to always wear a dress and be treated as a girl. His father even called the family dog Only Son because he didn't believe he had a son. Dr. Doof is said to not be able to grow facial hair and even makes a machine, an Voicinator, to heighten everyone else's voices, so his seemed lower in comparison. He also does the ball gowninator, kind of a everyone can experience my dysphoria-inator, if you ask me.
I will be the manliest man in the tri-state area!
Also, this would explain his very slouched posture. Just saying. Now, let's explore the headcanons that really tread more on the canon side, depending on how or where you look. Grell, Black Butler. This trans headcanon is a bit weird in that it's version dependent. In the Japanese manga, it is basically confirmed and has a lot of evidence that Grell is a trans woman. She is even calling herself a self-declared lady. However, in the English dub especially, male pronouns are used for Grell, and she is often referred to as though she were a man. This has confused many who are solely familiar with the dubbed anime, so it can be viewed as a weird sort of headcanon, I guess, but really, it is just confirmed as canon in the manga. Klaus, Umbrella Academy. Ever since first viewing this show, it's very obvious that Klaus is gay, or at least queer. His relationship with Dave happens, and it's obvious how much Klaus cares for him, even trying his best when thrown back in time to prevent Dave's death through trying to convince Dave not to enlist in the army. While not confirmed in the show itself, actor of the Netflix series Robert Sheehan said in an interview that Klaus didn't start out as a gay character, but evolved into one as production went along, even talking about how Klaus is pansexual despite it never being mentioned in the show. He also says Klaus is not necessarily a man. He's kind of just this creature that's not bound by societal norms, like man, woman, masculinity, or femininity. He just sort of is. So this isn't something talked about within the show, or, to my understanding, the original comics. It is kind of hinted at in the show, but I still view this as at least a nearly canon headcanon. Alright, so those are a few characters that I've seen commonly mentioned when talking about LGBTQIA+ characters and headcanons. I've got a few more extensive examples coming down the pipeline, but I cannot say when they'll be released, as they will contain a lot of research. Of course, there is also my Queerness and Pokemon series that I swear I am still working on. These videos just take a while. Let me know down in the comments what characters you have headcanons for. If you have any topics about LGBTQIA+ or mental health subjects that you'd like to see covered, please let me know down in the comments. As always, my resources are in the description below. Thanks for watching the OCD MB. Stay safe out there.